Hi, I'm Kathy, and this is what's up today. So yesterday I did a video showing some of what I was preparing to do for getting the tomatoes ready to be tied up and staked possibly. And this year I'm actually using this Savvy tomato twine, and when I ordered that, it actually came with 100 of these little clips. And they're actually kind of neat clips. They just go on to whatever you're working on, and if you have it open, we'll open one up here, you can take this part. Let's see if I can get it to, well, anyway, it's the hinge area, and if you clamp it onto the wire right at the hinge and close it, snap it closed, what it'll do is it actually grabs a hold of your string and it won't move in either direction. So I like that concept, because now once I'm wired up, I can actually just clamp it right to the string and set the tomato in there. So when the wind is blowing, it won't go side to side and blow down. It actually is, I'm tugging at that, it's actually stuck right onto the wire as long as you get part of it. You don't even have to get all of it, just part of it in that hinge area when you're closing it up. So on the box, it says that those are called, whoops, we'll zoom in there a little bit. They are called twin C-clips. So I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure if you go to Amazon, I got these on Amazon, you would be able to find that. Anyhow, that's kind of what I was going to let you know what I'm working with, and then we'll take a look at the garden. So today we're going to be taking care of the determinant tomato. They're Roma and San Marzano tomatoes that I use for making salsas and tomato pastes and sauces and things. So today, this is what it looks like right now. The stakes were in there as a short term just to keep the wind from blowing them as they were growing too bad. And then here is what they will look like when I'm done with my system. And what I did is, when I made my raised beds, I actually left the 4x4 posts tall for a couple of reasons. In the spring, when I plant, I shrink wrap all the way around those, all the way to the top, and it creates a little greenhouse for me until it warms up. I also, on the very top, you can see I have a screw in there. I use welded wire over the top, just like this stuff right here, to make sure that if we get a hailstorm that we aren't going to end up losing our crop from that, because I actually had that happen. So if you're designing your raised beds, I would highly recommend that you consider leaving the posts at the top, because they come in handy for a lot of things. I also drape my shade cloth over that, and it's just always there and ready to go when I need it. So that is one trick and tip that you can use in your garden. But as you can see, when I'm done with the wiring or stringing them up, it makes a perfect 4-inch gap if I go around one side of the post and then down the other side of the post. So now my tomatoes can all be cradled all the way through that 4-inch gap. And then I have multiple lines of it, as you can see there, so I can keep them cradled in there. And then with the clamps, I can tie them either to whatever other surface I have, or I can tie them to the line itself to keep them growing straight. and to support them through the wind. Now I actually have some of this decorative small wire fence up, and that's so my peas can crawl up on that. I got some peas planted right on the outer edge of the tomato garden, and they seem to be doing very well there. So that's what I'm sticking with on that. But as you can see, my tomatoes are doing super good, and a lot of it I owe to the leaf mulch down at the bottom. That keeps the moisture in, it keeps it a little cooler when it's hot out. There's a lot of bio activity in there with worms and grubs and bugs and everything you need to make a healthy soil. So I highly recommend that. Anyway, that's what's up today, and I will be creating another super nice, under control tomato run. So this is similar to the Florida weave, but you don't have to weave the tomato in this, and I kind of like that idea because sometimes things get a little bit too tight. This gives them a little wiggle room, yet it keeps them stable. So I will let you know how this works out as the season goes on. I do have some stakes that I have put in there just in the center of the bed, and that is just to stabilize, so when the weight of the tomatoes are leaning on the cable, that it will kind of hold it in one place. I will also, if they get taller, which I'm sure they will, I will be adding stakes for the taller portions of the tomato plant as needed. So if you like this video and you have any questions, please give it a thumbs up and leave me or subscribe to my channel would be awesome. So be sure to ask me any questions you have, and have a great day. Bye. But wait, there's more. One little last showing here. Here's an exposed area. I just want to dig down here and show you all of what's going on in here under this soil and how damp it is. We've had 90 plus days for days in a row, and I've done a little bit of watering just to keep the top of the leaves wet so it helps the thing. But if you look at that, you can see this is super nice and moist all the way down, and the soil looks really super good. So again, I owe that all to starting to use this leaf mulch every year, and this is my second year doing this on a raised bed garden, but I have been doing it on a ground garden that we have, and I can't believe how well it is behaving for the raised bed garden. Anyway, that's all for now. So go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.